Hi guys, today I just want to talk about the Golden Retriever reputable breeding industry. My name is Emily Mize, and I'm going to go ahead and start this presentation. So first off, I just want to say that this industry is breeding according to the approved standard by the AKC, which is the American Kennel Club. The Golden Retriever breed standard includes a box on a box of a head, a friendly, reliable, trustworthy temperament, a free, smooth gait, a nice bite, good neck, and a well-balanced body. Down in the left corner, I have some examples that they don't look the same. They can come in like different colors like this, but they have to have that good front, be proportionate, and look very well proportioned overall. The location I primarily want to be in is in the North Georgia area. The current demographics, I had to find the GRC, which is the Golden Retriever clubs in Georgia, and those are Sandlapper and the Atlanta Golden Retriever Club. There are 5 breeders in Georgia for the Sandlapper Golden Retriever Club and 12 breeders in Atlanta in the Golden Retriever Club. This does not directly mean that all of them are in this North Georgia area. They are just members of these clubs. Projections are not certain for what they're going to be, but they are probably going to increase because people always want to buy a pet, buy a golden or a breed, and they want to breed to it, and then they sell the pup. So it's always increasing, but not all are breeding according to merit. So some of the established breeders already in the North Georgia area are Amade Goldens, Bravada Goldens, Linear Goldens, and PK Goldens. These would be my direct competitors. Growth trends, breeders are always increasing. There's always going to be people breeding their pets, wanting to do it on the side, but not all of them are breeding according to standard. They don't know exactly what they're looking for, and they're just jumping into it because they want to breed their dog instead of looking at the health certifications that go into it, the DNA testing, structure, everything like that. So, to analyze the profit margins, this is for a reputable, responsible breeder. So, in this area, the average price for a Golden Retriever puppy is about $3,500. So, for an example of these profit margins, we're going to use a litter size of 8, and for each puppy being a price of $3,500, that's a revenue starting at $28,000. Now, once you start getting into expenses, reputable, responsible breeders, those expenses rack up very quickly. Okay. First off, most reputable breeders are going to have AKC dogs, registered dogs that are looking to get a confirmation championship, which is like what you see at the Westminster dog show. That's what this is. And so that can cost up for one dog, it can cost up to $20,000 just to get a basic championship title. That is not if you were to keep showing and they got their grand championship, bronze, gold, silver grand championship, kept going, that would be way more. Every dog, so the mom you get will need health clearances over their lifetime, can be $1,500. You would need a stud fee if you don't have your own dog to breed her to. That's about a running rate of $1,500. Ultrasounds, normally you have 2. I didn't add C-sections or complications in there, but those can add up very, very quickly if the mom needs a C-section or if she has issues with the pregnancy or if the puppies aren't coming out very well. Whelping and breeding supplies add up. Then once the puppies are born, you need food. You need the shots of medication they need. You need deworming medicine. You need to most likely register them with AKC. You have to do going home packets for the puppies. Then before they go home, most people will do a health check with their vet, and that's about $75 each puppy because it's a new dog that they're coming to check. So if you look at the bottom, your revenue is $28,000 that you started with. Expenses added up to be $27,460, so that left you with a profit margin in this example of $540. That is not a lot. Remember, you started with $28,000 in revenue, but all the expenses of making sure that the dogs are of quality of life, bred healthy, good temperaments, you're left with a $540 profit, and most of the time that's going to go back into the dog somehow. Food, entry fees, toys, replenishing stock, anything. So the industry SWOT is as follows. The strengths are you can establish strong bloodlines if bred correctly. A weakness is that if you don't breed correctly and you don't realize what you have, you could not better your breed. You could have a dog that has a terrible front, does not have a front, and you need a front. You need to realize that that your dog doesn't have a good front, and you need to breed to a dog that does to try and better the front that you can get. Yep. An opportunity is always to speak with other breeders. That is crucial because most of the time you're going to be trying to breed with these breeders. You develop relationships and friendships with them, and so learning from each other is pretty crucial if you're in the same area. It's just easy and it helps both ends, you know. A threat is it's easy for new entrants to come in. Anyone can really start this if they just have a dog and breed. Am I qualified for the industry right now? No. I need to be able to, I need more training to understand the breed, how I can tell what a good dog looks like, how I can feel it, what I'm looking for. I need more training in that aspect. I also need to start saving up for the startup costs. I plan on doing this by literally saving part of my paychecks that I get and putting it towards the startup cost, which is normally buying a female. But, and then to then develop and get a kennel name, patent that, or copyright that, and then start breeding with all those expenses. Okay, so in order to become this, there are some changes I need to make to move into this. So I'm going to use some of what we've learned in class by some of the materials and relate it to how I'm going to change my mindset. So from Who Owns the Ice House, I need to learn knowledge. Knowledge is the concept that I direly need, okay? In order to breed ethically and correctly, I need to gain more knowledge about the breed. The quality characteristics, I need to go from an independent tendency to a open perspective and realize what I have. 6 hats. I've found that I am a yellow hat. I'm very optimistic, glass half full. I like to see the positives in things. I don't like being negative. I don't like it. But one thing I need to do is be a little more realistic. So if I have something that I need to better for the dog, I need to be more realistic about what I have. From the failure resume, I need to learn how to practice more. I need to practice everything from learning from my mistakes, breeding, practice training, conformation, handling, agility, obedience, everything. So with the business model U, I lack those skills to gain knowledge. Which is what I need to work on. My personal SWOT is as follows. My strength is people skills. I'm very good with talking with people. I can make anyone pretty much my friend. And that makes it easy to learn from people because I make them talk to me. A weakness is that I currently do not have the money or the full scope of the knowledge of the breed to start breeding. An opportunity I have is to mentor under an established Golden Retriever breeder. And then a threat is not putting myself out there to learn more. If I'm not talking to people, I'm not going to learn. My contacts. So the questions I asked were, how did you start up your kennel and what are the estimated costs? I first talked to Kitty Cathy of PK Goldens. I work for her. I've been working for her for the past 3.5 years, and she gave me Mary McElroy and Barb Reichenbach as contacts. Mary McElroy is with Amade Goldens, and I know her from Kitty and dog shows. Barb Reichenbach with Golden Haven Goldens, I also know from Kitty, but we've seen her at dog shows. She breeds to Kitty's dogs very often, and so I see her quite often. Kristen Richter, I actually met through Instagram when she was posting about her dogs. So I got in contact with her that way. In conclusion, after all of this information, I am still interested in this industry and moving toward it, but I do not intend